So the order of this is going to go 40 mil, 50 mil, 80 mil, 110 mil, 150 mil, 250 mil, and I'll put each picture in sequence. So the 40 mil, super wide, huge filter thread, rectilinear, not a fisheye lens. Slightly more tight would be the 50, the nifty 50, but on 6x6 that's not the case. Doesn't have the same look that a 50 would have on a full frame camera. The 80, which is a standard lens and is closer to a 50 mil on a full framed lens in a prime situation. And then I have the 110, which is going to pop up here as well. And 110 is a macro, so it's really great for portraits when you get close and tight to people. The other option you have is the 150. You can take the 150 and attach the S18 extension tube, which I'm a big fan of. There's an 18, I believe a 24 to 36. The 18 is probably the best for portrait focal lengths. Anything else, it would be more for dedicated macro work. And then there's a 250, which is a longer telephoto lens. I like it in a portrait situation just because it gives very kind distortion to the face and doesn't give that strange wide angle feature that you get from phones and some honestly full frame lenses depending on how wide they are. And it gives that traditional like 100 to 135 millimeter portrait focal length look to the image, albeit in a very, very large, dense, and heavy size. Given all that, again, I promise to give you some information why you don't really need a full kit to have a successful shoot in the studio. For this particular look, I had a vision going in. We were going to use netting over the face, a scarf. I'll throw up the reference image we were working from as well on this slide, and a hat for the final image. We had a vision in mind. I'm shooting it on Ilford Ortho Plus, again, to give a classic sort of timeless look. And really, when it broke down to it, we wanted a tight portrait focal length, but in my head, I wasn't sure between the 80, the 110, the 150, and the 250. And I think this is a situation where you sort of have addition by subtraction. The more options you have, it almost distracts you from the right choice. Here, my gut would have said 110, but I think my gut was right here. Just because having that macro focal length lets you get extremely close and gets that nice medium format depth of field on the face without having any other distracting elements. If I had to pick a second lens, it would probably be the 250 in this situation, but the minimum focusing distance is so far away on that lens that you really can't get close and tight to the face without using an extension tube and introducing more light loss. And that lens already has a minimum aperture at f5.6. So you're really talking about powerful strobes and a lot of light to stimulate film. That's I'm ready to get it ISO 40 with its ISO 80, but that's sort of the gist of it at the end of the day. If you've got a favorite lens for your Bronica, let me know in the comments down below what that is and why, what that focal length is. I'd really love to try either the 30 millimeter fisheye, which is super wide, or the longest telephoto that's available, which I believe a 500 millimeter f8. If anyone would like to connect me with someone who has one that I can borrow, that would be great. I really think those would give really unique looks overall. But again, just wanted to make a quick video. Hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions about particular characteristics of lenses, I'm happy to answer them. Shoot me at the end, leave me a comment, and look forward to more work in the future. See you.